What's going on, folks? This is Primetime James Timms. We're coming at you with another episode of the Primetime Podcast, and today I want to talk about this Roman Reigns CM Punk build towards WrestleMania and why I feel that it's been a disappointment so far, and it's even more infuriating because there's so much more left on the table for these guys, to get the ball rolling when it comes to the build for this match. Because right now it seems very stagnant. And before I get to that, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Don't be afraid to share the video as well. And hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day for those that celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But tonight I watched the segment between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Keep in mind, this is Roman Reigns and CM Punk's third face-to-face. Okay, their third face-to-face. First time we've seen Roman in 2 weeks. Last time CM Punk and Roman Reigns were in the ring together, CM Punk said, I'm going to bury you next to your father. And last time we saw Roman Reigns, he was seething. He was mad. He had kill in his eyes, and you're thinking, okay, now here we go. Now we're on to something here. And then we got last week that really good segment between CM Punk and the Usos, and CM Punk not refusing to apologize and all that stuff. Okay, here we go. Then we go to last night, and it felt like blah. And this whole thing has been, in my opinion, so far disappointing. I expected a lot more fire between these two guys. I expected a lot more history being used between these two guys. But it seems as if they're playing mind games with each other, and Punk is trying to show that he is upset with Roman in a way. He's waiting for Roman to have a chink in Roman's armor to crack while Roman's laughing everything off and brushing it to the side while jabbing Punk in personal spots about his wife and age and all that kind of stuff. That's fine if this was a build for a Great American Bash or Fastlane. This is the build to WrestleMania. Like, this is, we need to go back to the issue at hand here. Address the elephant in the room, and which is the podcast from 10 years ago with Cole Cabana. I don't understand how we keep, it might be a sore subject between the two, but it's best worked out in these promos. Why did Punk not Roman in the Shield? That could have been a conversation that we could be talking about that. Why is it that, he could say, I wanted to have my good friend Chris Hero because I believed in him. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before. And then after seeing you, I realized you still aren't good enough. Blah, 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 blah. That could be used to get under Roman's skin. That Punk was politicking against Roman even back then, and Roman survived it. That could be, there's more substance, more meat to the bone there. But this whole thing about Punk trying to beat Roman Reigns and prove he can beat Roman Reigns, and I made him in more WrestleManias than you. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. But I need some heat. We need to see some real heat between these two. I need more substance, more meat to the bone, more to it than what we're getting right now. Like CM Punk talked about the man's dead father, and Roman called him old, and how AJ's a better talent than he is. Okay, look, we blew 3 weeks of this, and that's really the only stuff that we got. We didn't get a lot of, drama out of this. I did enjoy the scenes with Roman and the Usos, though, where Roman shook hands with the Usos in the beginning, and Jimmy kept pressing Roman about how he needs to do something, about how you need to say something, you need to do something. You should be the one putting hands on Punk, while Roman's like, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm going to handle this. He even did a really good job on twisting the part-time schedule by saying our family have done enough for this business, and you know what it's like to be on the road. You know what it's like to have your dad gone. I'm a full-time dad, and that's more important in this business. I thought that was a great twist. I thought that was a great twist to the Roman addressing, the whole part-time schedule, criticism he's been getting online. I can tell you right now, MG did not like that one bit. But Roman is letting a lot of things slide that Punk is trying to get at him about, but he hasn't. It's like Punk hasn't gotten the one thing that to get under Roman's skin. He keeps saying, "I'm under your skin. I'm under your skin," and Roman just laughing at him. And it seems like nothing has gotten to Roman yet. He thought the family thing would do it. That wasn't it. So what is it going to take? And I don't know what it is. And we went from I hate you to now he's laughing at weak punches by CM Punk. I don't know, man. A lot of people like this, and it was all right, but again, I prefer heat to whatever this is. They're calling each other out, letting each other waste time, soak up all this fan cheering, and Punk is trying to turn the crowd against Roman, but much to everyone's chagrin, Roman is far more over than Punk. They're chanting for Roman during the promo. They do the whole gimmick of Phil when he goes, "Isn't it great to be alive?" and yada yada yada, yay! And then they go back to cheering for Roman. So while Punk is talking, they're cheering for Roman, and it's not the first time this happened either. So it's a really weird spot for Punk to be in. He just needs to lean into being the bad guy in this situation, or they let Roman be the bad guy. We need to pick a side here. Who needs to get the heat for this match? I think that's another problem with this. These are two. Well, CM Punk's babyface. Roman's more of a tweener. We need someone that is willing to be the bad guy here, and they're playing the fence. They're skipping around it and tiptoeing it. But there needs to be someone that's going to be like, I will take the heat for this. They're tap dancing around with the real issue might be between them. And this match is just happening. It's only happening because Roman won the Royal Rumble. Instead of it being a fight that Roman has picked for a very specific reason, and that is Phil has tried to hold him down. He was the one person that tried to hold him back. I would love if they played up to that, where Roman could say, "Look, I have my issues with Brock Lesnar. I wrestled Brock Lesnar 100 times. Brock never tried to hold me back. I've had issues with John Cena, wrestled him a bunch of times. Cena never really tried to hold me back. Nobody has tried to ever hold me down but you, Phil. No one felt threatened by me except you, Phil. These are the things we could be doing right now." And have Punk kind of lean into it, or have him give his manipulative twist to it, where it's not about you, it's about the other guys. I like Seth and Dean more. Make Phil the bad guy, and make him lean into it when you say you weren't good enough then and you're not good enough now. I was right, or whatever. Do that. But this is just okay to me. It could be so much better. Both of these guys can talk to the people in the building. I don't understand why it's like this. And of course, I'm okay with the lack of brawling. I don't need everyone to brawl every week. So I'm okay with that. I just wish there was more heat on this angle than there is right now. And I'm not sure that there will be any heat on this because we're only 4 weeks away. It's just odd to me. Getting called old is what makes Punk snap out of his confidence. It's very bizarre to me. This is very bizarre to me, and especially considering For those who may not know, I've been slowly getting back into AEW. And I'm seeing MJF and Hangman Page do all this crazy stuff to each other. And I'm seeing this. It's like, it's whatever. And of course, the Roman fans, they're going to be like, oh, let them cook. Let Roman cook, because they always like to harp it back to Roman. Roman's about long-term storytelling. But yeah, bro, we're 4 weeks away. Like right now, Cody and Randy have way more heat. There's way more substance. There's way more meat to the bone than what we have right now that they could tap into. Now, how they'll execute that, we'll find out on Friday Night SmackDown. They kind of lean into it on Monday Night Raw, where Randy was calling somebody on the phone saying wrestling has more than one royal family. That seems more interesting. But right now, I don't see on paper Roman and Punk should be the night 2 main event. But judging by these promos, especially this promo last night, I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I think Roman will be on Raw next week, and I think he'll be on the Raw Madison Square Garden. But something has to happen. Something has to happen. Otherwise, I'm going to lose interest in this really quick. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the CM Punk and Roman build so far. I think it's been disappointing. I think they could do a lot better than this. I think there's way more they could go. Like I said, I think what they need to do is lean into address the elephant in the room. Address the elephant in the room. Bring up the Cole Cabana podcast. They they mentioned it in the first promo, but let's really dive deep into why these two don't like each other. Roman is still bitter about the fact that CM Punk pretty much put a target on Roman's back, and that's why it took Roman damn near 10 years for him to get over because of things that Punk said. And then have Punk lean into that, yeah, I didn't want you in the Shield because I don't see what everybody else sees. No, with Dean, I saw it. With Seth, I saw it. Especially with Chris here, I saw it. But with you, you're just another pretty boy who just got in because of how he looks. And also have Punk lean into the fact that this company has been protecting Roman. Like, this company gave Roman everything he's ever wanted. Yes, were there some bumps in the road? Yes, but it doesn't change the fact that this company has had Roman's back. Roman wasn't allowed to fail because the company would not let him fail. Like, by the time we got 2016, this man was a multiple-time WWE champion, a Royal Rumble winner. They gave Roman the heavy push. So let's lean more into that. All this, you're old and I'm a fighting champion. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it, bro. But hey, we got 4 more weeks left. Maybe they could change the narrative by next week. But yeah, hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I'm out. Peace.